Am I kicking a dead horse or am I making strategical moves? Well, today I delivered. Today I also was building for the future. So let's go over that in more detail. Hey, if you're new, I'm Brandon. This is Root Software, where I'm building a company up to $100,000 in revenue. My background is I am a software engineer with 26 years of programming experience, and I went to school for it too. Computer science was my major. And I am following Alex Hormozi's business frameworks through his books and through some of the stuff that he says on videos. So follow along on the journey with me as this is my day-to-day vlog. So let's dive into it. So today, I went over the extras of the meeting that I had yesterday. Sending out an email summary to the client and digging into the work that needed to be done. And of course, that's delivery work. I don't really have a problem with any of that, but it did surface some things in my workflow that I needed to refine. So that kind of went hand in hand in like building or you know, delivery and building at the same time. So that was a little awkward for sure. It's like I wasn't taking notes. I was doing two things at once. And so not good. Not good. Bad Brandon. Don't do that. Uh at least just take notes and save it for later. But I wasn't refining my offer. I wasn't refining that per se, but I was trying to work on my workflow. So that was, I think, a little bit of a rabbit trail, but it was all good. I needed to do it. I needed to take the notes while I was like in the trenches of working on the client's stuff. It was like, okay, I need to get this done, but also I need to not forget what I need to do to improve my workflow. So that's kind of either a balance or dangerous territory. You can maybe take notes, detailed notes, or whatever, save it for later. So I decided to really take as many detailed notes as possible on that and improve the workflow at least. So that's kind of where today went, and there wasn't really a promotion element to it. I did do more dives into competitor research and offer how I am differentiating myself in the market. So my system that I'm building, it's the stack essentially is a growth revenue or revenue growth system automation. And so how I stand out from people just making websites is that uh, websites are a commodity now. So you can build websites with AI, you can design them with AI tools, you can do a lot of things with AI for sure, and in just the website element, and also apply SEO as well. So you can do all these things, all these workflows. And where I stand out is in my solution is that it's the implementation, right? So it's a high ticket implementation, doing it for other businesses and deploying that and managing it for other businesses. And that includes things like AI workflows and AI voice agents, but those are also a commodity now. So the idea is that that I would be managing that for other businesses in addition to the ads as well. So there's a lot of value stacked in the offer, and it may not be totally clear on the website, but I think we're getting there, and I think that's where I want to be and that I'm trying to be, is like having that clearly differentiated. And other offers are putting really, really low barriers to entry, which is interesting for the detailers that are out there, but they're still not educating them. And that's where I also want to differ, is having the education element and like saying, hey, you could do this. You could do these things with the tools out there that are like on a $20 a month account, either Claude or Codex, GPT. So you can do these things yourself and you can save yourself money, or you can have us implement it. Yes, we can leverage those tools to speed up the time. There's always, the human in the loop element that you want to keep. But So I really had to like think about my offer, and my offer in my niche. My niche are the detailers, PPF, ceramic coating, and really anything that has to do with surface detailing. So it could include stone and upholstery and surface cleaning and management. So that's like carpet cleaning, stone and tile care, exterior care, surface cleaning. So really, it's all encompassing, right? Because the companies that are out there, they have the ability to pivot to other types of detailing depending on the equipment that they have. They could have an all-in-one truck, they could have an all-in-one trailer, and so that's where they could really stand out in the crowd, is like they have multiple types of services that they offer. So that's where I want to like help them with their booking, with their automation, with their falling leads falling through the cracks essentially. But this is much larger than that, right? This can apply to any small business itself, could be any vertical, right? And so my niche though is important because that's where I can stand out in the crowd, amongst the other offers that are out there for the detailers, and including the educational component. I don't think anyone's really digging into that. So I think that that can also establish more authority and more trust in the ecosystem, for sure. And like being around the detailing niche for a while, I got to learn quite a bit of the work that goes into it. Not to say that I'm an expert, but I'm way more educated and aware about those surface cleanings and whatnot. So anyway, today it was more of the planning, it was more of the refinement of my positioning and clarifying what my offer brings to the table, and how it really is much higher level than some of the others that are out there. They're just basically selling a commoditized service, like website design essentially is what they're selling. And that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing the full like business system essentially. Um, so that's where it's like really differentiated, is that I can really get these businesses moving. Those that want to, they can put the pieces together themselves, right? If they have the right education and they have the right the know-how, the right things to search for, and of course, you could probably find other pieces of content out there that are already out there, fully like bootstrapped or whatever, with really good video editing capability. And I don't have video editing capability at all right now. I'm not putting any effort into that yet. But we'll see. We'll get there. And I think as time allows, that will allow for me going into that direction. So anyway, for those of you who are still sticking around, you're like, what are you talking about? Well, we'll have longer form discussions in the Discord. So get into the Discord. The Discord link has been refreshed, so it should work for any of you who are wondering. It didn't work before it expired, whatever. So my bad, but I think that's where I'm going to leave it. I've got to go, so I'm going to call that a day. It's end of day. I'm going to call it earlier than I had been. But y'all have a good day. God bless. I'll see you tomorrow.